My name is Vivian Nwaokolo. I'm from Okpanam, CEO Celebrity Perfumes. I'm a mother of 4. I'm a Christian, yeah, self-employed. People call me celebrity, but I'm a perfume vendor. Everybody's perfume vendor. Growing up as a child, yeah, was it really interesting? Yes, it was interesting because I really love to do house chores. I love to cook. I cook a lot. I started cooking when I was 10, so you can imagine what I will be now, a prof in cooking. Yeah, I love to cook. Childhood was really interesting. I was born into a family of 6. I'm the last child, though not pampered. I wasn't pampered at all, but it was really interesting. Always loved the white collar job, but you know, going to school, I read geology and mining. Going to school, I had to really slow down about that white collar thing. I think they were all fantasies at that point in time. But at some point, I loved business. My father does business. He was a good businessman and a contractor too. So I developed this passion in business. As at my 200 levels, I was selling clothes, selling pants, taking things from hostel to hostel, selling to people. It was really fun. My mother was a teacher. So I remember leaving Calabar. I'll come to Onitsha, buy stuff, go back to school. I was a hustler even in my university days, trust me. I think at my 200 level, I was selling clothes, selling pants. But later, I discovered that selling clothes doesn't really have a second-hand value. Sometimes I have a lot, probably because I didn't have a shop, like I said. I was taking it from hostel to hostels, having fun. But I had this thing for perfume. I remember in my 300 level, there's a perfume called Jidora. I really loved it so much. It was 600 naira. I bought it. I was always using it. It smelled so nice. When I walk into class, my friends would be like, Vivian. Then I was Ayasi. My friends would be like, Vivian, Ayasi, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? I'll tell them, I'm wearing a designer perfume. I wasn't really from a rich background. My mother was a teacher. My father was a businessman. They were average people. But would I go and use my money for school fees to buy designer perfume? So the fake of Jador, Christian Dior, was Jidora. And it was 600 naira. That's what I was using. So after then, I had this thing for perfumes. I started trying out different copy perfumes on myself and stuff. So later I was like, I really love it. I think I want to sell perfumes. So after university, my sister had a shop, Theodora Umuna, she had a shop. Then I would put perfume in a stand. I was selling very good perfume. I started selling perfumes in a shop with 16 bottles. I remember that vividly. Selling designer perfumes is capital intensive. That was my biggest challenge. I wanted a shop. Then I was already married. I had just one child. I got a shop actually, but setting up was really hard, trust me. The cheapest designer perfume you get now that is really a designer, not copy. We're not talking about copy here. We're not talking of China or Dubai perfumes here. We're talking about very good original. The least price perfume you can get now that is original designer is about 18,000 naira, and that's from Elizabeth Arden or Nike or Adidas. That is even like 12,000 naira, which is very, very hard for an average Nigerian now. So setting up a perfume shop was really capital intensive, but I was able to start. I started from somewhere. When I eventually opened the shop, I opened my shop, Celebrity Perfumes, with 70 bottles of perfumes. I remember my elder brother motivating me, telling me everything is going to be okay, like setting up a shop, just continue, sell designer perfumes, sell original perfumes to people. You will find your customer, and really, I gained my customer base here in Asaba, Delta State. I have one experience that I will never forget. In fact, I talk about this story every day. When I started selling perfumes, I was not privileged to travel abroad. People will come out and tell you that, oh, I'm in the US, I went to Paris, I went to London. I didn't have that opportunity. Vivian Nwaokolo did not start like that. I started really small. I was going to Lagos. I was privileged to know some very few importers that sell original. Remember I told you I was selling 16 bottles. So when I eventually opened my shop, I remember going to Lagos and my baby was still small. I will put him on my back. I go round, I will buy perfumes. Some days it's raining. But the only thing I remember doing was before I leave the house, I'm just going to bring out my transport fare to enter Delta Line back. Then because I know I'm going to spend the rest because I really wanted a full shop. And I'll put him on my back. You know this thing when you're in Balogun markets, those alabaru, they will carry things for you. I didn't have money to pay one day. And I had my son behind my back. I backed him. I'm an African woman. They need the phone put. I backed him. And the perfumes were on my head. I went to Obalende, I entered bus and I went back home to Bariga. That is how I started. I don't forget such stories. And if sometimes when I get back to Asaba, I have rush. People will come, oh, celebrities, you have perfumes. I'll be like, yes, come and buy. But because I had a really big shop and some of the customers I'm close to, I'll be like, okay, sir, can I give you the bottle and you give me the empty pack? And they'll be like, yes, okay. When I sell it to them, I will take the empty pack, put it in the shop, so the shop does not go empty. I don't forget. I've never ever forgotten. In fact, I think about it every day. And what I'm talking about is even 10 years ago. And by the grace of God now, I have 3 branches and I have over 2,000 bottles of perfumes now in my shop. So that's my humble beginning. Business is going really well. You know, I told you I started 10 years ago. I have my customer base. I've made my customer know what original perfumes is like and what it's not like. So an average celebrity customer, not anybody can sell perfume to them. You can't just come out and sell testers original. You know, you cannot come out and sell China oils in place of raw Spanish oils like we sell. So I've really tutored my customers how to know original perfumes, and that's what we sell. We sell branded original perfumes, not copy, not infiltrated, and not China. I have 3 branches. There's one on Okpanam Road, there's another at the Gap Shopping Mall. It's very popular. And we have one at the Departure Lounge, Asaba International Airport. My vision in the next 10 years, I won't say it's too big, you know, because I know I'm a very consistent person. I'm strong-willed. My vision in the next 10 years is to be one of the biggest perfume brands in Africa, not Nigeria, in Africa. My advice to young CEOs or intending CEOs is just stay consistent in whatever you are doing. Stay truthful in whatever you're doing and stay original, especially when you're selling perfumes.